My name is Thomas Draa. I'm a teacher in the Clark County School District in Southern Nevada. I teach biology and biology honors to freshmen. For my action research project, I chose to infuse video technology into my curriculum to try to enhance student learning. Throughout my 13-year career thus far in education, I've been able to view one of the biggest revolutions in technology advancement possibly ever. I was just entering my school district when they were outfitting every classroom with overhead LCD projectors to go along with a decent personal computer and an internet connection. I witnessed an age when it was unheard of for students to have cell phones to a time when almost every student having one, not to mention the transformation to smartphones, giving nearly every student access to the internet. In recent years, I've noticed that a lack of understanding and motivation has been an increasing problem with my 9th grade biology students. It seems that students do not want to put forth the level of effort necessary to be successful. Some students seem to tune out during instruction and/or student work. I wondered if integrating more technology, video technology to be exact, into the classroom would increase student learning. I predicted that infusing video technology into our curriculum would help increase understanding and motivation, especially with those reluctant students.
The purpose of my action research is to achieve deeper learning by using video technology. I began by asking what would happen if my students used iMovie to create a music video about key concepts in the curriculum. I hope to demonstrate how I am improving my practice, as well as I can contribute to the body of literature by creating a powerful learning tool that not only achieves a deeper learning, but also motivates students throughout the process. Nemus stated some students spend 5 hours per school day in front of screens, including computer, mobile, and television screens and video games. That technology needs to be harnessed and used to strengthen the curriculum.
A growing number of students browse the internet and sites such as YouTube to find material on topics they are studying. As educators, we need to teach them how to engage critically in the reading of video material.
According to Strassman and O'Connell, students are more motivated when the audience of their work goes beyond the teacher. Technology-based assignments allow students to create quality work, and computer-based educational tools could be used in productive ways that other student work cannot. During the course, Educational Design and Evaluation, I was able to carefully plan and produce an effective AR project using the ADDIE model. I began my Cycle 1 by going over a Prezi that briefly highlighted the key components of the AR project, and an assignment sheet and rubric that covered the details of the project, which also displayed some examples of similar music videos I found on YouTube. Using the mobile laptop carts, students then filled out a pre-survey and watched the brief ScreenFlow tutorial that highlighted the key components of iMovie they needed to complete their music videos. We then spent 4 to 5 days in the computer lab using iMovie to create a music video about the cell theory. Students recorded video footage on their own and uploaded it into iMovie and edited the footage, adding the title screen, transitions, and images related to the cell theory and structure and function of the cell. They then added their song they had already recorded using GarageBand to complete their music video. Once students were finishing up their music videos, I began to instruct them on how to use TubeSnack, a Web 2.0 tool, to share their music videos with their classmates in a way to turn them into me. I used another ScreenFlow tutorial on how to use TubeSnack. Students were then tested on the cell theory and the structure and function of the cell. On the post surveys, 80% of the students reported a much better understanding of using iMovie. Scores on the pre-test were 47%, and the score on the post-test were 83%. After any unit, you expect to see scores increase, so to truly see if using video technology led to better understanding of the material, I looked to last year's post-test on the same material. The average on last year's post-test was a 75%, meaning there was an 8% increase on the students that were exposed to the music video assignment versus last year's classes that just had to compose a song about the structure and function of the cell. Cycle 1 and Cycle 2 followed pretty much the same format. The difference was in the target audience. In Cycle 1, I presented my AR project to a group of biology honors students. In Cycle 2, I presented my AR project to a regular biology class. The results of Cycle 2 were positive. The overall class average on the post-test was a 72%. This was a dramatic increase from the pre-test with a score of 32%. The post-survey also showed that 95% of the students now felt more comfortable using video technology, specifically iMovie. I compared pre- and post-tests taken by last year's classes who did not do the video to check for the mean averages. The average increase was 2%, as the average class grades from a year ago were 70%. One of the most positive aspects of Cycle 2 was the motivation and the engagement of the students while doing this project. Seemed to have a lot of spatial learners in this class, and they really seemed to enjoy this project.
Hey, let's learn about some cells. We'll start with the scientists. Robert Hooke. He was the first to use the term cell. He once stated all animals are composed of cells.
Learning cells and biology, because we have to. When we learn, we do it right, like a biologist. Like a biologist. Let's go. Nucleus in the center controls.
Living things are made of cells. They reproduce from other cells. The smallest unit of living things. Cells are made from organelles, like lysosomes and ribosomes. The cell membrane and cytoplasm, which contains the cytosol. If I was Robert Hooke in 1665, I'd write a book entitled Micrographia, and I'd use a Latin term, cellular, for a cell. Check it out, I hope I'm rhyming well.
So, I think it did because when you're editing the video, you're constantly seeing what progress you made, and you have a visual, sight of what you're doing, and for visual learners, it can help, help you understand the functions of the cell.
I think it did help me understand better, only because when you're editing the video over and over again, you're listening to it and you're changing things and you're making the video fit with the words, and you have to think of what would look good with this part, and then you kind of just, you understand way better.
I enjoyed that you can use your creative, mind with it, and, put a little fun into it and not always have the book learning and, kind of learn it through having a good time and stuff. Yeah.
The fact that it's less of an assignment as here's the questions, now find the answer. It's more of you kind of create it, the whole thing. Like you're choosing what order you put the lyrics in, or how the song goes, type of thing. So you're remembering it better because you're creating it.
Yes, all the time, because technology's got so much easier ever since we started school, like kindergarten. You don't have to be a big music production video guy, or you don't have to go to college to make a good video. Just, you have to know what you're doing, and it's really easy, and the access to get it is right at your fingertips.
Yes, because I'm a visual learner, and it's easier for me to learn this way with seeing something projected on the screen. And yeah.
I think he used a video assignment like this so we would like have fun while learning about something that's like hard to learn about. Because like when you have fun, you like remember things. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure he used it so not only that we learn about cells, that we learn about technology too, because it's in the future time, and instead of not knowing, you might as well learn it while you're young and get good at it.
Because he's doing what not a lot of teachers do, which I think they should do, is that kind of realize it's the 21st century, so let's use the technology that's kind of around, so you know.